It was a long journey from where I began to where I am today. In the beginning, it was slow and treacherous, and now today I get to live a beautiful, happy life. So I decided to pursue a career in real estate at probably the most challenging part of my life. And that's when I was in an abusive relationship at the time with three small children. But I knew, or I believed, that real estate would be the reason that I could change my life and change my children's life. Women in this industry, and really in any profession, we're expected to work and perform like we have no children, but we're expected to mother and raise our children like we don't have a job. So knowing how to focus on each event as it presents itself is going to be the way that women in any profession can be successful. So with my coaching clients, we start by looking at where they are right now and how they got there. So what steps were they taking previously to get them in the position that they're in today? Then we look forward and we see where they want to be and how they want things to look differently. So at that point, we know where they've been and where they want to go. And from there, we can build a roadmap on how to make them get to that success level that they aspire to have. I think it's important to, okay. So I think it's important in order to be successful, we first need to come from contribution and strive to be of value. If we become value to our clients, whether that's our buyers and sellers or at my coaching clients, coming from contribution is always needs to be at the heart of things. Other than that, once somebody can get past that and let that become their habit or who they are, at that point, it's important to be personal with your clients, to have relationships and to maintain those relationships. So as real estate professionals, we can contribute and become valuable in a lot of different ways. And first and foremost, it's having our own education and then sharing that knowledge with our clients. So that's one aspect of, bringing value. The other thing is a lot of new first-time home buyers, they don't know how to maintain their home. So even reminders of changing your air filter, making sure you're cleaning out your rain gutters, all of these things are purposeful and it is still a value. I've always, with my previous clients, would share school supply list once those were published, or if there was some sort of children's event coming into the area, I would make sure that my clients knew that. So it wasn't just about real estate. We can come from value and offer that value to our clients, but again, the relationship is the most important thing. So if you can be that nurturer to your clients, then you'll always have value to offer them. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways you can network. My favorite way to network is going to real estate conventions. I enjoy meeting agents outside of my local area because it's important for good people to know good people. And when you go to these conventions and meet new people, new agents, you're able to build that referral business where I may be able to send a referral somewhere in Chicago, or somebody in Minnesota may have somebody coming to Texas where I'm at. So that would be a larger networking opportunity. But even being involved in your local communities, so it's and find your passion. It's important to go to networking events that truly fuel who you are as a human being. For example, when my children were younger, I networked through the Parent Teacher Association. We all had children in common. We all had, the hopes of making our schools better. And so just knowing people, getting out there and meeting new people. So that could be at church, that could be at the schools, it could be in some sort of sporting activity. It's just important to get to know people, always smile, always shake their hand, always give a business card if the opportunity arises. So even in a down market or in a shifting market, people still need homes. They're still getting job promotions. They're still losing jobs, unfortunately. People are still getting married and divorced. People are having more children. People's children are growing up. So life continues to happen regardless of any appreciation rate in real estate values, or even as interest rates continue to increase, people still need homes. And there's so many different opportunities, and it's really just it's important to educate our potential buyers and sellers and show them the opportunities that still exist. Real estate values will always continue to appreciate. And as they do, when somebody's waiting until 2 or 3 years from now, while interest rates might go down and they might not, the home that they want today is going to be more expensive 2 to 3 years from now. So somebody can sit and wait for the interest rates to go down, or they can take advantage of the market and the values today and not pay that extra sales price for the same home 2 or 3 years from now. So really, it's important just to understand the market. Interest rates are always going to be here. They're always going to fluctuate. And fact of the matter is, the average interest rate over the last 30 years, I believe, is 7 or 8%. So the last few years where we were seeing 2, 3, and 4% interest rates, that was truly the oddity, not 7 or 8% interest rates. So I always teach my coaching clients that it's important to have a personal brand. And really, when you're thinking about your personal brand, you need to think about who you really are and who you want your avatar client to be. And what I mean by that is, for me, over the years, being a mother, I was always involved with my children and their activities. So my client avatar at that time in my life was other mothers. And so I did my personal branding based on the fact that I was a mother. It's the only way women and men, for that matter, are able to truly balance the work-life, relationships. So when we think about what is your passion, somebody might love pets or rescue, for dogs. And so if you have a favorite dog, your dog, maybe you can brand yourself with your pet. That's just one example. I have some coaching clients that love the lake, and so they have branded themselves as being the lake experts. So it just goes back to who you are and what's important to you. You'll enjoy your career in real estate so much more if you're working with clients that are like you and that you enjoy working with. So I think it's important that instead of time management, which is how we've all been taught, is we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and we can't change that. We can't get more hours. So instead of time management, it's important to consider priority management. You've got to look at this 24 hours in your day, the hours that you're given, and prioritize what's most important. And everything needs to be on that calendar or in that prioritization list. And that would be your family or your significant other, your self-help, self-care, and then of course your clients. So priority management is crucial. So, raising young children, we as mothers typically will take care of them first. And if there's anything left over at the end of the day, and by that I mean time or energy or patience, and most of the time there's not. So we're taking care of everybody else. And whether that's your children or your clients, you can't put yourself last. And I did for many, many years. And it really took my children growing up for me to have a true understanding and a true appreciation of taking care of myself. I wish that I had taken care of myself first, because I could have given more to my clients and to my children if I had. It's hard to pour from an empty glass. So I think it's important to take care of yourself first. And whether that's rest or exercise, hydration, nutrition, you're going to be a better version of yourself for everybody else who needs you. My mornings are for myself. When I wake up, I spend time with my husband before he has to go to work. And then after that, I immediately exercise and start hydration. I do meditation, I read, I journal. All of that has to come first. Now, it's still real life, and sometimes there's situations that'll present themselves where maybe I do miss my workout in the morning. And if that happens, it's okay to erase something from your schedule as long as you're committed to replacing it. So if I miss a workout in the morning because a situation presents itself, I'll deal with that situation, but I'm committed to getting that time back. So it may mean that I'm working out, later in the day. But for the most part, those are non-negotiables unless there's, a difficult situation. But I have to come first because if I start my day taking care of everybody else, I will not take care of myself. And at the end of the day, I've cheated myself and my clients. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit to see if that helps. Okay. So I'm excited with the opportunities that AI is presenting itself. I do still think it's important to have that personal touch. And by utilizing AI, we can have AI take care of the things that it's capable of taking care of. And while it does that, it's going to relieve some of our time pressures where we can truly spend more time being authentic, building and restoring relationships. So with the artificial intelligence, I think that it's going to give us the opportunity to be better versions of ourselves, to spend more time with our relationships, whether that's our buyers and sellers or coaching clients or your friends and family. I know there's a lot of talk about AI taking over, and people are fearful of losing their jobs. And there's going to be a lot of things that, tech is take over the personal relationship. So we have a choice to leverage the AI. And with the extra time that it's going to provide for us, we can be more fruitful in those relationships. I do think social media is important. And I've seen a lot of agents who, on social media are talking about it's closing day or, another one sold, which is exciting. But what I don't like about that aspect of social media is that it's creating insecurities in other agents. It's making those agents feel like they're not being successful. And the fact of the matter is, what people see on social media may not be an accurate picture of what's actually happening. So I think it's important to be authentic. Everybody's going to put their best foot forward. Everybody's going to put their prettiest pictures on social media and the birthday parties where everybody appears to be happy. But I think it's important that if we're going to share those moments of joy in our life, then we should be authentic and share the moments of demise as well, because we're all human and we all have bad days and we all have hurt feelings at times. And I think it's okay to show that. As real estate professionals, I think it's okay. We'll be more relatable to clients or to potential buyers and sellers if they can relate to you. If they don't feel like they can measure up to you, they're probably not going to call you. So I think that okay. So in order to build trust with our clients, clear and consistent communication is so crucial. It's important that our clients know that we're still working. And even if you're calling with no news, that is better than your clients wondering what is going on. So always communication. And I think it's important to share bad news as quickly, if not quicker, than sharing good news. Don't wait until this problem is huge. I think it's important to let them know maybe that, there's something on the inspection report or, the lender, there may be a situation with the lender. So I think it's important to keep your clients up to date. And on your sellers, for example, even if you don't have a lot of activity happening, you still need to be calling your sellers and letting them know that you're still working behind the scenes, marketing for them, let them know the statistics, things like that. So communication is where you're going to earn trust from your clients. We are about to enter into the fourth quarter of 2023. 2024 is right around the corner. What you do in this last quarter of 2023 is going to either make you or break you for 2024. Do you already feel like you don't have more time to make more sales? Let me show you how. Go to growwithmickey.com and click on the free resources, reach out to me, and let's prepare for an amazing 2024.